welcome to the Steve Calis Show. I'm Steve Calis, and yes, once again, Kevin and George are not here. We've recorded some really great stuff, but once again, we are having technical difficulties. So here's the plan. Every Tuesday, whether the episodes with Kevin, George, and I survive or not, you're going to get an episode with me, a sort of Steve's diary. And to be honest, I need it. I need to be making podcasts for you. My goal is to one day be the greatest podcaster that ever lived, which is a ridiculous goal. I'm nowhere near that. So what I need is practice and practice and practice. Plus, I've got a lot to talk about. I've got a lot to say. I'm going through some changes. I'm experiencing a lot, and I want to talk about it. Oh, by the way, do me a favor. If you're listening to this, go to Spotify and click the follow and subscribe for what is currently podcasting acorn will one day become a beautiful audio oak tree. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Great. So we need your support, need your help. If you can click the follow button or subscribe wherever you're listening to this, that'd be really, really useful. Thank you so much. Here's what I want to talk about today. A very brief episode. The other day, I walked nearly 30 miles. Now, why did I do that? I don't really know. But that's what I want to explore here, because I've got some idea. For people who live in my hometown of Yeovil, you'll know that walking to Weymouth, a sort of local-ish beach town, is a considerable feat. It's about, 25, 27 miles. We took a long route that was horrible. We went a sort of country lane route that was excruciating and much longer than it needed to be because we're lost and we're terrible navigators. But it was a real test of our, not physical endurance. I mean, yes, it was absolutely a test of our physical endurance, but mostly it was a test of our mental fortitude. I left Yeovil early morning, about say 6:30, 7 in the morning, with one of my closest friends, Tom, and we set off on this grand adventure. There was times where it was beautiful, times where it was devastatingly difficult, and it took us much longer than any other human being that has ever tried to walk that route before, but we did it. And there are some key points that I want to talk about. There is a certain part of the journey that is relatively early on. It's 3 or 4 hours into the walk, where, and local people will know it as the hill, the massive incline, the Everest, just before Clay Pigeon Racetrack. Now, last time I tried to do this walk 2 months ago by myself, and at the base of this massive incline, this big old road, this big old hill, this Himalayan, this gargantuan mountain, I was defeated. I looked up at it the last time, and I'd lost before I even set foot on the hill. I managed to get to the top, but I was exhausted, I was mentally drained, and then I gave up, and my fiancée came and picked me up. So it was a very poor effort after 3 or 4 hours of walking. And that was a couple of months ago, and it's sat with me ever since, and it's pissed me off ever since I did it. It's pissed me off ever since I failed. So I had another go at it, and I did it. At the base of this hill this time, instead of going, oh no, look at this hill, and dreading it and being worried and losing the battle before I'd even picked up a weapon, I thought, come on. I bullied myself into doing it. And the whole way up the hill, weirdly, what I found myself saying to myself as motivation was, it's not just a hill. It's the Spotify Top 100. That is my main ambition in life. Outside of being a great father and a great fiancé, those are the 2 core things I want to be. Outside of that, my main ambition is to get into the Spotify Top 100 and one day be recognized as a great podcaster. And that's what I was saying. It's going to be difficult. If we're going to get from where we are now, in this bloody garage with this equipment, to the Spotify Top 100, we're going to have to go up that hill. We're going to have to scale these things that are mentally so difficult. And the last few months of this podcast has been that sort of trial. Try as I may, I cannot get the audio and everything to sound nice when there's 3 of us in the room together, me, George, and Kevin. It's been a nightmare, but we're slowly getting there. But I know now, because I managed to walk to Weymouth, out of shape me, managed to walk 30 miles and push through these mental barriers, I now know I can do anything. I can do anything. I've just got to take a breath, believe in myself, and just go. Just go. Just fail if you need to. Change my relationship with failure. A great quote I heard recently was, life is like school, except the tests come first and then you extract the lesson. And that's what this walk to Weymouth was. It was the test, and afterwards, once we finally completed it, once we finally got there, and we were essentially dead by the time we managed to reach out and weakly touch the Welcome to Weymouth sign, what I learned was that, man, I'm so much more powerful. A lot of the boundaries, a lot of the walls that I thought were my physical and mental limitations were just made out of paper, not brick, and I just had to push at them. And so it made me more sure than I've ever been that one day we will be one of the top podcasts in the country. I don't know what the show will look like. I don't know what it takes to get from here to there, but I've got the determination to do it. I've got the drive, and I've got the passion, and now I've got the belief in myself to do it also. So I learned a lot about myself because, I mean, to be fair, becoming a father was the start of that journey, because there's depths of patience and love and endurance that I've had to learn about myself just to be a good father and to be the kind of man that my fiance needs me to be in this sort of dynamic. So I'm changing. A friend of mine recently said that she has had to reparent herself. Nothing necessarily wrong with the parenting that she received, but for the new standards that she set herself, she's had to reparent herself in order to parent her children appropriately to the standards that she set for herself. And I'm the same. I was very lucky in my childhood. My mum is very, very loving and great, but the standards I have set for Leo and the standards I've set for myself, parenting-wise, are totally different. So I've had to re-father myself. I've had to be a disciplinarian for myself. I've had to chastise myself for failures and teach myself to learn from those failures in order to become the man I one day want to be. I've got a very clear vision of who that man is. Has any of this made sense, or am I just waffling to you? I don't know, but something about me is changing. I'm becoming more disciplined. I'm going to the gym every morning. Weirdly, at work, I am now wearing my full uniform. Blazer, tie, shirt, doing my hair, getting there in time to have a shower and do my hair. I'm being deliberate in everything that I'm doing. And that is unusual for me, because usually I'm sort of, I'm slobbishly at work. I'm having to be at work. I'm messy haired, shirt's a mess, sleeves rolled up, feet up, and, I wasn't being deliberate, but now I am. I don't know what it is. I suppose as my son Leo gets older, I'm having to set an example. I think I want to be a good role model and good example, and being deliberate in the things that I do is part of that, I guess. Well, that's sort of what I'm going through. If any of that has made sense, then please feel free to reach out, because I'm confused at the moment, but feeling very positive. I'm not. If I fall short some days or some hours of the person I want to be, I'm not too harsh on myself. I say, okay, that was a failure, but it's because of this, and tomorrow we'll go again. And I'm slowly becoming better, I think, a better fiance, a better father, a better employee, a better podcaster, a better friend. Maybe I've got some work to do there as well, because I've become so self-absorbed with my family life here and this garage with the podcasting that I haven't made a lot of time for anybody else, but I will. I'm just trying to finally live up to my own potential, I think. Well, anyway, thank you for listening to that that rambling. I needed to sort of get that off my chest. Every Tuesday from now on, you will at least get an episode from me, and hopefully a bonus episode with Kevin and George as well, once we sort out the technical difficulties. And from a week or two from now, we will be having guests again. We will be talking to local people in Yeovil and people from all over the world who have interesting stories that I want to learn from. Do you know what I mean? If you want to come along for the journey, if you want to see how we get from here to the very top of the podcasting mountain, to see if we do it, then click follow and subscribe, because that's the journey we're on, and I'm determined to get there. So thank you for listening. I do appreciate it. How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you happy? Feel free to reach out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Just look for the Steve Calis Show or Calis Media. You'll find us there. I've really missed talking to you. I really have missed talking to you. And that's why every Tuesday from now on you'll get at least one of these sort of Steve Diary episodes. So you take care, and I will see you next Tuesday. Do I need a proper sign-off? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. And anyway, you don't even care about these episodes, do you? Oh, we love Kevin. We love George. Yeah. Well, you're stuck with me until I can sort out the technical difficulties. Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. You have a good day. Be deliberate. And reach out to us if we can be of any assistance whatsoever. Thanks, guys.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.